Ltd. And I'm really excited about today's show because we have a special guest. Now, he loves horses. He has competed and won many races here and abroad. We have jockey turned trainer Sean Hall. Welcome, Sean.
Oh, hello, Kelly. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. And I'm seeing here that if you can zoom in on the shirt, it says Journey the Talk Show. Tell us about this.
Well, we do a talk show called Horse Racing Journeys where we talk to the top riders, trainers, owners around the world.
Around the world?
Yeah, Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. YouTube, Facebook, you can find us.
Okay.
And that's us.
We need to tune in to the journeys and find out all about horses. Now
Horse
today,
Racing Journeys.
he's going to give us some of the journey now. So tell us, Sean, how did you get into horse racing?
Over there. I started very young.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I don't know, something I just loved.
Horses?
Yes. I was born in England and I remember watching old black and white TV with my grandmother, horse racing, that kind of stuff. And from then, just coming to Barbados and it just grew and grew.
But when it comes to horse racing and jockeys, there are certain restrictions. So even though you may love it, there's some restrictions that you have to fall into, like height and size and all that.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, obviously I tick
all the boxes.
I take it the wrong way. I was too big. I had to stop pretty young.
You were too big to do.
Yeah, I know. I look pretty, pretty, but too big for a jockey.
This is as a child, a teen.
Well, I started riding at 14.
At 14.
So I was great when it was that age. I was like 80 pounds, but quickly grew into my father's body very soon.
His father is Wes Hall, noted cricketer.
Fast bowler. I disappointed a lot of people around the world.
Why? Because you didn't go into cricket?
Well, when they saw the size of me and said I was a jockey, they was like, Wes Hall's son is a jockey. Oh my God, no.
Small and puny as opposed to big and strapping.
Big and strong. What happened to you? That's why we're hearing when I was in India and Australia and those places, and but I did get a little too big eventually where I just decided to quit and got into training horses and that sort of stuff.
So as a jockey, how did you manage weight? I mean, because you were a jockey, how do you manage weight?
It was hard because I was at school, so that means you always had to be dieting and pulling weight. And when that happens, when you work, you need to go and get rest to try to,
Yeah.
To continue during the day. But going to school, it was always crazy and you can't concentrate. And
yeah, because to you're at school, you need to eat to be able to do well. But to be a jockey, you have to not eat to keep your weight down.
So I used to sleep a lot in classes.
Now remember, kids, don't do that. You need to eat.
But that's why, I find that in life, there's something for everybody, and unfortunately it was too big, so it just, and a lot of us big guys, that what happened to us, when you're going to school and that kind of stuff. But most of the time you continue in the field. I'm still in the field of horse racing.
Okay.
I still train horses and that kind of stuff here in Barbados. I am also the host of this show, which is doing very well on the international market.
That always intrigues me when it comes to horses are the names. I mean, horses have some real, I don't want to say ridiculous, but some real strange and out of the box names.
Yes.
Like, who names the horses?
Okay, I have a horse name. Her name is Last One I Promise.
Last One I Promise.
And I'm sure that guy named that horse because he promised his wife, sweetheart, this is the last one. I promise you that. So that's where the names come from.
Well, the name that we are going to think about today is Deviled Eggs. Have you ever been a horse called Deviled Eggs?
Devil Woman.
Well, we're not dealing with Devil Woman today. We're dealing with Deviled Eggs. Sean will be helping us to make deviled eggs. So let's go over the ingredients.
All right.
We have 4 eggs, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
Then we have chopped onions, some mayonnaise, some mustard, and apple cider vinegar. Yeah.
Our first step in making deviled eggs is to get the eggs hard boiled. So to a pot of boiling water, we're going to go and drop the eggs in, and we're going to add some apple cider vinegar because it's always easier when you're peeling the eggs. Sometimes people are peeling eggs and they're forever breaking the pick. We are going to try not to get that today. Now it's time to remove our eggs. Now we want to stop the cooking process right away, so we're going to take them from the hot water and put them into something called an ice bath. So Sean will remove them from the water one by one. Well, if you can get them all, that's great. Get them out. It's really hot. Be careful. And you'll put them right into the ice bath. And this will stop the cooking process. And it'll be easier to remove the shells because the shell will be cold. Good. Good. Now our eggs are nice and cool. We're going to remove the shells only. So while you're doing that, Sean, tell us, can you remember your first race?
Yes, my first race was a horse by the name of Dancing Tara.
Dancing Tara.
Yes.
What a name.
Yeah, she was a nice horse, but when I rode her, she was old, and they brought her back just to get me wrong safely.
Oh, what was your position? Do you remember?
I came last.
Well, it was the first race.
Yeah, I came last.
You came last in that one. So can you remember the first race where you actually came first?
Yes, I do. A horse called Battle Axe.
Battle Axe. So
Yes.
with a name like Battle Axe,
She
I
battled all the way.
expect
She
you to
battled
do
all the way. Oh,
something.
Lord. She went to front and turned back all challengers.
Wow.
Yes, I remember beating Sonia Perkins and my good friend Ricky.
You mean
Griffith.
Sonia can ride?
Sonia can ride. Yes, you got the right person.
I came all the way for the win.
Yes.
And then subsequently you continued your winning ways?
Yeah, I mean, I was young, 14 years old.
Yeah.
So
you were 14 when you won your first race?
yes, I was 14.
It was amazing.
I was going to school at Carmelized at the time, and it was, it was something different, for, I guess, to see a young person like myself going out there and riding with those.
But
big men.
is that the norm now to have jockeys so young? Or that was exceptional for you at that time?
No, it's always been the norm. We here in the islands seem to do things that way. After I came along, I was 14, Ricky was 15. Then I think the Callahan brothers came out. They were pretty young also. Patrick husband was young also. 14, 15.
Wow.
John Jones.
So when you were actually riding as a jockey, how long were you riding? How many years were you actually riding?
I started in 81. And I wrote like 1989, 88. Compared that's I went to Canada in 89.
Right.
So I think between 81 and 88 were my real
competitive.
Yes, and if I came back and I rode during the winter, it was just because I was bored.
Okay. So what places has riding taken you? Some sports you get to travel to go.
Yes.
What places have you traveled to ride?
I was fortunate to go to Australia, India and Australia. I won races there. I was the first Barbadian jockey to win races in those countries.
Wonderful.
And I could have gone to England because I was born in England, but England to me, as a youngster, was very snotty and stacked up, and I didn't really, so I didn't go there.
You didn't go?
No, but I went to Martinique, Jamaica, I think that's it.
We have finished removing all of the shell. Now we're going to get Sean to slice the eggs in half. Now we know that Sean is not a cook.
I'm not a cook.
He's not a cook, so whatever he does right now is well done. But we're going to get you to cut right down the middle.
All right.
Right, I'll do one.
You do one? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go right down the middle, because when it comes to making deviled eggs, well, he got there before I did.
Yes.
Right down the middle. Now we're going to remove the yolk. Just like that, it's simple, and we're going to leave just the white.
All right.
So Sean, remove this yolk for me. Almost like a perfectionist.
Yes.
He had to make sure he got
everything.
all of that yolk, all of the egg.
That's how we roll.
Now we are going to add all of the other ingredients. So you use a fork now. You're going to crush the egg yolks. You're going to add the mustard, onion, all the seasonings. The last one, the mayonnaise.
Smells good.
Yeah. It has a bit of pepper in it, so the pepper is gonna give it that kick. We're gonna make a cook out of him today.
Yeah, I might like this thing.
Yep. Now comes the more difficult part. We're gonna add it to the pastry bag.
Ooh.
I should let Sean do this. You think you can get this done? Just hold that for me. And we're going to just add the mixture all the way down.
He's falling.
You squeeze it down. And then we're going to pipe it back into the eggshells. So you just hold it all the way.
Yeah.
And we're going to put it into the shells. Now we're going to add our mixture to our eggs.
How much do I put in?
All right, let me try the first one.
Well, you try the first one so I don't mess it up.
I'll go this one here and just squeeze and go around just to fill it. Doing that, Sean, can you remember the time you had your first fall on a horse?
Oh yes.
You want to tell me about it?
One thing I could tell you, you don't forget those type of things in your life.
Wow.
I remember every fall that I had that has been
Significant?
yeah.
Were there a lot?
Yeah, horses you fall. I think the first fall I was going to what common mare and I broke the wing part of it, you know we call it wing.
Yeah.
I broke that, so I fell and the hand didn't move from here. So the sling.
So you fell while the other horses were still charging?
No, I was learning to ride.
Oh, you were learning.
So,
Have you ever fallen off of a horse while racing?
Yeah. The first fall I had with a horse called Cherry Chips.
Cherry Chips?
Yeah, Cherry Chips. A great horse, I never forget. And we were in front of 16 horses.
You were in the front?
In front.
Okay.
And she went down. I don't know what happened. She just, up to this day, she just went down. And I remember when 16 horses are behind you, hope.
And you were on the ground?
I was on the ground and my eyes were open for the first one. When I realized I didn't like what I was seeing, I just closed my eyes and kept tight. And I remember lying there for a long time, and I remember hearing the crowd happen near the grandstand.
Yeah.
So the crowd would go, you know, like that.
Something about to happen.
But something happened, you know, he's down and all
the
these
horses are coming,
you know what I mean? And I remember my eyes were closed and I was lying there, so I don't know, I said, am I dead? You know what I mean? And I remember when I opened my eyes, I could see some blades of grass, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I was so small, like the grass looked like bamboo, you know, big.
Wow.
And I got up, looked left, right, and I took off and ran to the outside rail and ran into the wall and I passed out again. But I didn't break anything or hurt anything then. It's the second fall, no, the third fall I had. The second fall too was a horse called Night Shift. I was in the Derby and he got cut off and he just went down. And both of us went down.
Right. But he didn't fall on you or anything like that?
No, but I recovered before him because I remember on the ground I couldn't breathe and a fellow came to me, told me he's a doctor. He told me, don't move, don't breathe. And I was trying to catch, you know, because when you hit the ground sometimes, I mean, we went down hard.
Yeah. So
I was winded, you know, and when he told me to just relax and I, you know, catch my breath, and I did that and I still recovered. But the horse was still lying down on the ground. Like,
and there's always trouble if the horse is not moving.
Yeah, so after I recovered, I got up and I went to him. I pat him a bit and I undid the girlfriend surf single and he looked up and then he got
What was
up.
the name of the horse?
Night Shift.
Oh, Night Shift.
Night Shift. But the one I really got hurt was a horse called Skullduggery.
Skullduggery?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened there?
I don't know. Can you see? Can you see this? You see the scar? Yeah. But
Skullduggery? Well, what
Skullduggery.
happened with it with a name like Skullduggery?
The saddle slipped from the start. From the time I came out the gates, the saddle slipped. And most people would have pulled up the horse. But the cowboy was there, he said, pull up while I'm going here.
Okay.
And he was running well with the saddle twisted, but it was steady, you know?
Okay.
But when he got to the top of the lane and I realized I had a chance of winning, I decided, let me try and straighten the saddle out. And when I did that, it just went right over.
And you fell off?
Fell, and a horse hit me.
When you say a horse hit you?
A horse that was strapped behind me. Hit
The
me,
horse
hit me in the back of my head, and I got, I had like 18 stitches right in the back of my ear. So while we're trying to use the scar from the,
Wow.
still a dent there too. So,
Wow.
so those are knocks, you know what I mean?
You don't ever forget.
Yeah, as you get older, you forget a lot too.
Okay, wow. Our deviled eggs are done. Now, we heard about names like skullduggery and, I got it right?
Cherry chips.
Cherry chip and all that. But now today we've dealt with deviled eggs. Not even devil's woman, deviled egg. Sean, I want to thank you so much for helping us to prepare deviled eggs.
No problem.
But next step is to taste.
Yes.
So, I think I'm going to choose this one. Which one are you going to try?
I'm going for this one here.
So we will taste it. This is perfect for like parties, special occasions, finger food.
And I want people to see that it's something edible that I did.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I'm
It's not no
gonna
joke.
prove that Sean actually made
Yes,
this, assisted with
correct.
this, and I'll let them know how it tastes.
Correct. Let's go.
Oh, I can taste the salt,
Exquisite.
the mustard.
It's delicious.
Mmm.
Lovely.
I'm feeling for some more heat though.
You wanted some more pepper?
Yeah, I feel like some pepper might cut back.
Well, I think pepper would add a little to it. But for this right now, we're good to go.
This is good.
Mm.
Deviled eggs. Now you need to try it.
Mm.
Sean, again, I want to thank you so much for coming, for showing everyone else out there that you can cook.
Mm.
People seem to think that you can't, but he did a terrific job with the deviled eggs.
Please don't say that too low, because a lot of people who've been in my life will be like, so why he didn't do that when he was with me?
Well, he has a chance now. He has learned how to do it. He can do it with you. So I'm going to link below his talk show,
Horse Racing Journeys.
Journeys, the talk show. You can find him every
Wednesday, 7 p.m.
7 p.m. on YouTube and on
Facebook.
Facebook. If you are a horse
loving person.
yeah,
that's
you're
right.
gonna love the show.
Of course.
So make sure to log on Facebook or YouTube to find out more about horses. And once again, Sean, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for allowing me to come. Thank you.